Well, hello, TJ fam. Your girl is back and she doesn't want to waste any time. So without further ado, it's story time. And this week's story is taking us all the way back to last week. You see, last week I went on a road trip and it took me to some of the most beautiful national parks that Northern California and Southern Oregon have to offer. Now, this city girl, whose idea of camping must include a hotel and great plumbing, I was in absolute awe of the beauty of the trees and the waterfalls and the wildlife that roamed those areas. But you couldn't enjoy all the beauty without witnessing the aftermath of the devastating fires. Miles of burnt trees and burnt land. It was heartbreaking. I read online that redwoods can grow up to 350 feet, but it takes over 2,000 years to get there. Over 2,000 years. And yet, it takes one match or one intense heat wave storm to burn it all to the ground. While I was on the trip, I also learned that Miss Simone Biles herself, the GOAT in gymnastics, decided to withdraw from the team event. And I'm not gonna lie, my first reaction was, really? At the Olympics? For a team event? But just as quickly as my competitiveness kicked in, so did my compassion. Simone said this in an interview. This Olympic Games, I wanted it to be for myself. I came in and felt like I was still doing it for other people. That just hurts my heart, that doing what I love has been kind of taken away from me to please other people. We sure do live in a people-pleasing society, don't we? And yet, we weren't created to please people. We were created in the image of God, to be a reflection of Him here on earth. In Galatians 1, Paul is talking to the Galatians about what he calls them perverting the gospel of Christ. And this is what he says in verse 10. Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. There isn't any amount of Olympic gold medals that Simone can win, or any amount of Wheatie boxes that they can plaster her face on that can mask the mental battle that goes on inside her when she is so focused on pleasing people. All those years of training and competing and winning shut down because we lit the match. We lit the match. Not just the media, but us Americans as well, because we all expected her to win it all. And she just wanted to keep us happy. I know Simone will never see this video, but if she did, or if I were able to sit down with her and have a cup of tea, I would tell her I'm so proud of her. Because making the right choice for yourself is not always the popular decision. But if you want to be the best for yourself, for others, let alone the whole world, as was the case for her, you have to be at your best, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I thought of how we serve in ministry, how when we're asked to serve by our favorite pastor, our favorite director, our favorite leader, we say yes. We say yes out of loyalty to them. We say yes because we want to please them. Before we even ask God if it's something that we should do. And I can say this because I lived it. I still struggle with that. It's time to ask yourself the difficult question. Am I doing this to please them? Or am I doing it to please God? UC Berkeley did a study, and they were studying like trees that were scorched down in the fires. And they found that a year after the fire, those same scorched trees had little green foliage growing out of it. Scorched down, still had things growing out of it. I don't know who I'm talking to, but right now you may feel like everything around you is burning down to the ground, and you are doing everything within your power to please people. But I want you to know, God wants you to seek him. Pray. Pray about it. Whether you are out there preaching the gospels like Paul was talking to the Galatians about, or whether you are living out your God-sized dream and that purpose God has for your life like Simone is. Pray. And if you need a pause, pause. If you need to say no, say no. It's okay. The world will continue. And trust me, I know this because I'm living it right now. It is not the popular answer or the popular decision, and you may lose some friends over it, but you'll regain your peace. The wounds may take time to heal, but that wound of pleasing people will not heal if you continue to focus on pleasing people instead of pleasing God. You see, pleasing people will only lead you to disappointment because people change. Their standards change based on the trends, based on their season of life. But God never changes. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. And that is the tea with Jolie.